It's all on us, man. It's all on us. That's one big thing I learned when I graduated high school, man. You know, when you're in high school, and teachers probably often said this to us, quite often, as I just said, often. I feel like the third time now. But when you're in high school, teachers are always like, they're going to help you out, man. You're on the wrong path. They're going to call your parents. They're going to keep you accountable to be on top of it, man. And if they mean good, then they truly do, man. They want the best for you. And they're fulfilling their role as a teacher. And what bad role models, they would be if they were not to help you. And I guess when you enter college, university, it's a lot more, I guess I could say, tailored to adults in terms of the mentality that they carried out, at least from my own personal experience, because I would go to college and I noticed they were a lot more independent. They had this sort of, I don't really give a fuck kind of mentality. They were just really here to do their job. They give you the homework and, whether you do good or not in your studies, it didn't affect them. They're still going to get a bag, you know? So it wasn't really big of an issue. However, they would still make somewhat of an effort to try and get you on top of it, but they didn't care nearly as much as, the high school teachers and, especially the elementary school teachers, as you Americans would say, we say primary school teachers. When I graduated college last year, I graduated in June last year, and I always knew this mentality. I always knew how the world would play out. Now, I don't mean that as in like, oh, I'm some omniscient guy. I mean, just in the sense of, once you get out of high school, it's all you, man. There's going to be no teacher telling you what to do. No teacher's going to tell you what to do. Not your parents. Well, maybe your parents, they love you, of course. Maybe your siblings too, they'll try to lift you up, and friends also. But just in the societal sense, you could plausibly be a lazy guy. And I'm not encouraging this. You could be a lazy guy just sitting on your ass, not trying to push any ambitions and dreams. And hey, no one's gonna care, man. You're just gonna be unnoticed in society. You'll be another statistic of the many average. That doesn't always have to be a bad thing. It's just a matter of perspective. You can choose the way you live, is what I'm trying to say. Now, that isn't to say you can just do immoral acts, preferably not. But as we know, it's not a perfect world. Someone's gonna do some form of sin, aren't they? But what really hit me when finishing high school was that, man, it's really all down to us and the things the teachers said to us back in the day, high school in particular. It's not, especially primary school. You know, when you leave school, it's all you, man. When you're young, you're full of opportunities. Doors are open for you. You have time and energy. But the older you get, the more those doors start to close up because time is shrinking. That's something teachers said to me back in the day, and oh, it is so true looking back now. And I was like, I would take that stuff for granted. Bro, our teachers had a lot of gold nuggets that they were teaching to us kids, man. When we were in school, they had a lot of gold. Sorry, I looked at the camera. Basically, I pressed the pause button because I really had to issue an answer to this. But yeah, our teachers had really, really gold nuggets back in high school, elementary school, also, if you will. But we took it for granted because we're kids. You probably just had those days of just laughing. You didn't really care about the future like that. So until you hit your late, sorry, so until you hit your late teens, really starts to kick in, and you're like, damn, I really need to figure my career out now, man. That's cool. No teacher's gonna call you if you're not doing anything. No teacher's gonna call if you're unemployed or you're not pursuing a side hustle or career. No one's gonna lift them weights for you. No one's gonna track them calories for you. If you wanna stay a slub, man. You're bad at social skills, and no one's gonna force you to, go outside and actually make your social skills good. It's all you, man. Go be your own boss now in that regard. You know, your own personal accountability partner. Your friends won't always be available, and I'm sure they have goodwill too. But there's gonna be times when your friends are gonna be busy as well. You gotta prioritize you. It's all us, man. It's just all on you, man. Ain't nobody care about your problems. Nobody cares about your problems as much as you do. No one as much as you. No one's gonna fix our problems. This isn't Disney, princess. This isn't Disney time. You don't understand, man. Decisions have consequence. Simple as it is, but we live in an age where even the simple things are overlooked, and unfortunately, simple things are seen as genius now, to which it shouldn't. We've all just forgotten. That's why it needs to be reminded, and it led to me having to make this video. Reality really slaps you in the face once you're out of high school, man. It's hit me. For the better, I was already mentally prepared for this, but living it is a total different experience. Actions have consequences, man. People just do things for now. Sell your souls for now. Do stupid things for attention now. Criminal actions because you're not feeling good now. You're not thinking about you're going to be in prison all these years. No one's going to be thinking about you afterwards. Everyone's going to have moved on. The people you knew in the past, they're going to have kids. You're in jail for 15 years. No intimate interaction. Haven't seen your family. If you want to speak to them, you have to be on the phone. Let's sell. You don't even know what good food tastes like anymore. When was the last time you watched a movie? Well, you've been in prison. What movie, you know? Just stinking up. You can't even groom. No razor. You stink. Police is busting you around and shit. You're their bitch. It's a bad life. And it all goes down to your actions. And I had this conversation with my friend earlier this year. Shout out to you, Mohammed. We really just had this talk. We were thinking, you know, once you're out of high school, it's really just you. You're gonna have to put in the hours in your career. You're gonna have to invest to improve yourself in all areas of life. It hits you, man. One thing that really hit me. Really hit me. Keep that in mind, man. Actions really do have consequence. Remember that. You deserve the consequence of your actions. Whether that be a good thing or bad thing, make of that what you will. Take care, peace.